Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, but if you're new here, I'm a single woman with a single income and I'm in debt. I am documenting my budgeting and debt payoff journey here on YouTube. So if you think you're interested, follow me along on my journey and help me with my progress or watch all of the progress, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you around. Occasionally, I will throw in these millennial life moments so you guys can kind of catch up with what I'm up to and things like that. So I thought I'd throw in some of these videos every once in a while. I didn't have any other videos planned for today. So yeah, today we'll talk about how my 10K training program is going. I've been doing a structured program for my 10K that's coming up on the 4th of July. Maybe I can catch you guys up to, or get you guys up to speed on my dating life and how that's going. And the drama with my neighbors and the dogs. I can tell you guys what's going on with that and how I'm balancing work and life in general. So that's the basis of the video. I think what I'll do first is throw in some of the clips that I filmed on my way to workouts and stuff, because I have the clips, so why not use them? And then we'll talk about how the 10K training program is going. So I'll throw them in now. Alright, just got done with my work day, so I am heading back to my hotel room to do my workout for tonight. I usually don't do, I usually want to like chill and relax when I'm on work trips and stuff like that, but I am already behind a week on my 10K training program. So, and I've been up since 4:30. It's 6:45. I'm just getting back from work. Anyway, I stopped by Safeway and I bought some protein shakes. This is what I'm gonna have for dinner. So I'm literally just gonna change, and there's a nice little running path like right outside my hotel. Maybe I can show you. Oh, you can't see, you can't tell, but there's a really nice little running path right here outside the hotel. You can kind of see it here. And it's about a mile long, so I think I'm gonna do that. And should I do that? Or should I just try to get on the treadmill? Let me think about this. I don't know. Let's figure out what I'm gonna decide to do. Okay, I decided on a treadmill workout. It's really stuffy in here, so we'll see how long I last. Let's do this. Workout done. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am a sweaty little mess. So I am going, with my concealer off, you can still kind of see my psoriasis. It's still healing. Anyway, done for the day. I'm gonna take one of those protein shakes that I bought from the Safeway and take a shower, get ready for bed. So workout done. It was a good one. I did just a little over 5K, and it is time to wash off. Alright, day 2 in Colorado. I am just getting back from work, and today is a 45-minute steady state run, so I'm gonna get back to my room, change, and get my workout in, even though I really don't want to. Let's see, my 10K training program, I have been following a program that I did myself. Like, I just, based on my past experiences and my own progress and my own challenges, I just did something structured is what I need, because I think especially with any kind of program, it's really important that you hit certain milestones, and I am hitting the milestones, even though I am a week behind, which I thought was going to be an issue, but it's not. And the more that I think about it, the more that I even question why I am so, I don't want to say obsessed, but why can't I just have fun on the 4th of July? It's great that I have this program and that I have a goal that I'm working towards, but at the same time, the Peachtree Road Race is so much fun, and the runners that run it and the environment and the atmosphere are so much fun. Like, why do I have to be serious about it? Why can't I just have fun on that day? So I feel I need to kind of take a step back and not be so obsessed with the structured program that I've developed, and just try my best to improve, yes, but if I take a day off here and there, it's okay. Like, for example, when I flew back on Friday, my flight was at like 2 p.m., but I didn't get home till like almost 9 o'clock. I think I landed around 7. I ate dinner at the airport because I knew I wasn't going to have anywhere to, food here ready. And then I got home, unpacked and everything, and I ran on my treadmill in the basement. And it was the worst workout that I've had in a while. And I remember thinking, like, why? Just because I want to check the checkbox on my program that I did it today? I don't know. I was already really tired. Like, why did I do that to myself? Like, why can't I try to improve and stick with the program, and of course, like, keep working out and have this goal, but like, not be totally obsessed with it, if that makes any sense. So I've had some tough days, but I've also had some great milestones. Like, for example, I did a fast mile run, and a fast mile for me is 9 minutes. Others probably like 8 minutes, or or even faster than that. But I'm not a runner. Like, I'm not a professional. I just like to get exercise in and stuff. And a fast mile for me is 9 minutes. So now I don't intend on running fast miles on the 4th of July. My goal pace for the 4th of July is 10:30. I don't know if I'll be able to stick to that, but for the program that I've structured, that's the pace that I'm hitting, and I'd like to stick to the 10:30 mile splits on the 4th of July. But at the same time, it's like, if I don't, who cares? I don't know what to think. I don't know. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm kind of crazy. So what do you guys think? Am I being hard on myself? Should I try to do better? Anyone else running a 10K, or is anybody else doing your own training program? Like, what tips do you guys have for me? How about that? Like, what should I do? Because I feel like it's becoming an obsession, and I do this to myself. I'm always like this. I'm always like this. As soon as I get my head to do something, I have to check the boxes, and I have to do it. I have to complete it. And I need to be better about relaxing. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Anyway, so that's the progress on the 10K program. And then dating. What's going on with that? I may have mentioned that I've reconnected with the orthopedic surgeon friend that I've been getting to know, or seeing, I guess, since last summer. And of course, when everything starts in the beginning, everything is so much fun, right? Like, everything is exciting, and you meet somebody, and they're tall and handsome and smart and all of these things. And of course, the excitement's there, so everything's exciting in the beginning. And then as you start to get to know somebody, the rose-colored glasses start to come off. You start to really see who this person is. And there were just certain things that have happened in our dating history. It's only been a year, but like certain things happened, and then I take a step back and I'm like, I don't think you're my person. And the reason why I step back from him, I've explained this before, but there are certain things that we just don't agree with, and I don't know if that's my person. Now, doesn't mean we can't be friends. Of course we could still be friends, and we have been reconnecting on more of like a friendship kind of level, if that makes any sense. So it's not serious. It's not like I'm not kissing the guy. We're not doing adult things, okay? We're just hanging out and we're having fun. But it's not anything serious or anything yet. And I like this. I like it this time because we are taking things a lot slower than last time, because when we started, we knew that we were dating with intention, right? Like, he's serious about finding his person. I'm serious about finding my person. We talked marriage. We talked about kids. We've talked about family values and things like that. And it was a lot more like, I feel like there's a lot more at stake. And then now it's like, okay, we're having fun. Like, we went to the batting cages and we had fun, and it was fun. It wasn't serious. We went on a run the other day, and that was fun. And right now we're reading a book, and it's called Fourth Wing, that series. We both started it at the same time. So now, like, when we catch up with each other, we're talking about the book, and like, it's fun this time around. It's not anything serious, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm starting to like him again, because now I feel like, okay, there's no pressure, if that makes any sense. Am I making sense? Does this make sense? Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens on that front. I am still keeping my options open, of course, and I expect him to as well. Like, if he meets a girl, or he wants to date somebody else, or he wants to see someone else, I have to respect that, and I can't like get jealous or upset or mad or anything about it, because it's like, we're not together. So he's free to do what he wants to do with whoever he wants to do it with, because we're not being risky or anything like that. It's safe, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, there's no strings attached here, but it is fun this second time around. We'll see what happens, I guess. Alright, so updates on the drama with my neighbors and their dogs. As I've mentioned before, 3 German Shepherds. They don't have the best temperament. You can tell that they're very aggressive. I don't know if they're particularly trained. I don't know, but it has been a thing. Situation hasn't gotten worse. It hasn't gotten worse. Now, here's the really weird thing, because my interaction with the husband, I'm just gonna call them the husband and the wife, or should I give them names? I don't know. The husband and the wife, and I don't mean to be like rude or anything, but that's what we're just gonna call him. The husband was a jerk. Okay, he was a jerk to me. He's been a jerk every the 2 or 3 interactions that I've had with him. He's been a jerk, and I just whatever. But the wife, she's sweet. Like, she's really nice. I met her once when they were moving in. I introduced myself, or she introduced herself. She was in the backyard, and I was in the backyard, and we just were talking through the fence. The fence that the dogs are barking at. And anyway, with the interactions that I've had with her have been really good. She's really sweet. She's nice. She and I leave around the same time every morning, so I wave at her in the morning and she waves back. Like, I don't know. it's really weird. And part of me kind of wants to stop her and have a conversation with her about the dogs. Because I haven't brought it up to them since. Mainly because the garden fence is almost done. There's still a little section there that has to be put down. But I've been being a lot more mindful of checking to see if they're outside before I let Maggie out. And if they are outside and Maggie really wants to go out, I've been, basically walking her with like a leash, not in the backyard, but like out in the neighborhood. But I just feel like that's not fair, like to me, that I can't let my dog out in our backyard to play and to roam and sunbathe and stuff in the afternoons anymore. Like that just, it's an inconvenience to me too. But at the same time, it's like, I can't tell them not to be in their own backyard. It's their backyard too. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a really weird dynamic, and the situation hasn't gotten worse, which is good. And I'm hoping that it'll get better with time. I think once the garden fence is completely down and that section is completely finished, that I'll feel more comfortable with letting Maggie in the backyard when they're out there. So far, I've been kind of keeping her inside when they're out there, and it's only really an issue when they don't check and they just let their dogs out and the dogs just go bam, like they just run right up to the fence, and then they're really aggressive, and then of course Maggie reacts and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that like once the garden fence is completely down, and that does happen, that there's distance between the fence and the garden fence. So let's say this is the fence. We put the garden fence like away from the fence so that there's distance there to keep her from running up to the fence and being a brat and reacting, basically. So I don't know. It hasn't gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better. But I think, with time, we'll resolve things. Maybe this is a learning or a teaching or a coaching lesson for me to like be a little bit more firm and communicate better with my neighbors. I don't know. Be a little bit more patient. I don't know. So that's the update with them. And I guess the last thing is like my current situation with balancing work-life balance, my personal life, and everything that's going on. Of course, I want to have a personal life. I want to train for this 10K, keep up with my workouts, but also make time for myself, and balance budgeting and debt payoff, like all at the same time. And it can get really difficult, but there are some things that I'm doing to like help me maintain a balance. So I think the first thing that pray, but talk it out. Like thankfully I have really good friends that are so supportive, and we vent to each other about what's happening in our own personal lives, and it's a good distraction from like the seriousness of what's happening and things like that. And of course my dog, she's been amazing. Like I love her to death, and she, it's really interesting because just having somebody to be excited for you when you get home is a game changer, because I can be at work really, really stressed out, or I could have had a bad day. I could have been like overwhelmed. And the minute that I step through this door here and see her and see how excited she is to see me and like wants to play and all of that, it's like stress kind of goes away. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're a dog owner, then I think you know what I mean. But that's been really helpful. Of course, reading, especially now that I'm getting into the series, and interacting and hanging out with my friend again, has been a good distraction from like what's going on. And then lately I've been trying to research like budget friendly meals and learning, I guess, new meals to cook, because we're on a budget. We're on a budget, okay? We're on a budget, and I need to stop eating the same things. So, I don't know. These are just kind of like some of the strategies that I've been implementing lately to kind of balance everything out. But I feel like I just need to give myself grace and not be so hard on myself about certain things, and try to be distracted, try to get some new hobbies or something. I don't know. I don't know how to do. But I'm interested to know, what do you do to reflect and balance and juggle and all of those things? Like, what do you guys do? Because maybe I need to take some pointers from everyone else, because I'm running out of ideas, and there's only so many meals I can learn to cook. But yeah, no, honestly, the 10K program structure has been very helpful, because it really does help with stress. Like, just pounding pavement and just going at it is a huge stress reliever, at least for me, although it's painful and it sucks. But I shouldn't be so hard on myself when I don't hit my marks for those workouts, but at least just be thankful that I'm like exerting some energy. Anyway, those are all the updates that I have for today. I don't know. I didn't have a video planned for today, and I had to get something up. So that's just a quick recap of what's happening in my life, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of the topics that I talked about, or what's happening in your lives. Like, leave a comment down below. And I don't do these often, but I want to be better about filming more of like running content. My only issue with that is that during the week especially, I will work out at the gym at work, and there's coworkers and stuff in there, and it's also at my job, and I don't know if it's appropriate to film in there. I don't think it's allowed. But now with the weather getting better, and I really need to start getting used to running in like humidity and stuff when it starts to get more humid, maybe I'll be better about filming those types of workouts. And this Sunday, actually, my gym will be closed, so I will probably go on a run at the park. So maybe I'll film that, and that'll be next month's catch-up video. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done. I am done for the day. So thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around this long, don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in following me along on my debt payoff journey, and we will do my budget wrap up next Friday. So thanks. If you're on your own budgeting or debt payoff journey, I hope that you're successful this week and every week. See you guys in the next one. Bye.